All right, you're still fighting to get your unemployment benefits straightened out. You're ready to get back out there to search for the new job. But first, you need to reinvent yourself in a changing job market. Well, for the next 15 minutes, we're going to talk about unemployment. We're going to talk about new employment and trends. So we have with us Christopher Rivera, Director of Guilford Works, and Will Graham with Graham Personnel Services. They're here to answer your questions today about unemployment, getting new jobs, and what the trends are. So this is how you get your question to one of our experts. You text that question, 336-379-5775. Again, this is text only, so please let's not call. All right, Chris, let's start with you. First and foremost, there are several events just this week that are job fairs, and then there's workshops. So let's look at the month of May with NC Works.
Yeah, so we're going to be extremely busy this month here at the Career Centers. We have a couple of job fair events that we are hosting here in Greensboro, two of them being tomorrow. Foster Cabanas is going to be hiring warehouse workers, drivers, and whatnot tomorrow between 10 and 1. And then in the afternoon, Mountain Air Farms will be doing some hiring, looking for some workers between 1 and 4. And then we'll be doing a virtual event based out of High Point for the car park to start staffing up for the furniture market. So lots of good stuff happening in the Career Centers this week.
All right, there's a couple workshops and career exploration things in the next week in May. And what we want you to know is when you look at this calendar, we have all the information on our website right now for every single one of those events so that you're able to look online in the Two Wants to Know section and get all of the information. We want you to have all the job fair info. Okay, Will, let's talk about, this is what you do. Graham Personnel Services means that you place people in jobs, and I just want to make it clear to everyone, his name is Will Graham, so it's not just in Graham, North Carolina, it is all over the state of North Carolina, but specifically here in the Triad. So what are you seeing when it comes to temp jobs?
Yeah, so everybody is hiring right now. I mean, it is wide open. There are plenty of opportunities out there. When we started talking with you about 3 months ago, we had about 500 job openings. Now we have about 950, and I assure you, we're filling these job openings at a faster pace than we ever have before. We fill about anywhere from 160 to 275 a week. But manufacturing, logistics are hiring, healthcare is hiring, restaurant, hospitality is hiring. It is all hiring now. There are way more opportunities than there have been in the past. So looking very good. We have about 275 openings in the Greensboro area right now. Mainly those are manufacturing, logistics, machine operators, material handlers, as well as Thomasville, about 175 openings for several different companies down there. Also machine operators, assembly, quality control. These are common positions that you see within manufacturing and logistics. In High Point, we have about 150 openings. Asheboro, about 100 material handlers, inspectors, as well as Winston-Salem. So it's really improving out there. If you're able to go to work from a health standpoint, I would recommend getting in the job market now. Get ahead of the curve, start to move up the ladder, and things like that.
Okay, so we've got a question coming in by text, and it's asking, and we can go with both of you. Chris, maybe you can answer this first, and Will, if you want to jump in. Are you seeing any type of incentives by businesses to get people to apply or to get people hired?
Yeah, I don't think that we're seeing any specific incentives. I think what we're seeing is a higher degree of flexibility of employers right now. They're really trying to give considerations to, remote work options and things that need to be accommodated if, parents are needing to balance keeping kids at home and working at the same time. But I'm not seeing a lot of around, incentivizing individuals monetarily, I should say, to get back into the workforce. I would say that wages are increasing, so they are being more competitive. So that's something to be said about that.
Chris is exactly right. I echo everything he's saying.
Okay.
Flexibility is becoming key. Pay raises are rising as well.
All right, good to know that flexibility could be your bargaining chip of wanting to stay home or that kind of thing. All right, this next question is, are there any employers that are requiring proof of vaccination that you know of? Is that a stumbling block for people to get hired? Will?
So requiring, the answer is no by and large. There are very few companies requiring. Are there a lot of companies that would recommend their employees getting vaccinated? Yes, but requiring no, would appreciate it if they were. Absolutely yes.
You seeing the same thing, Chris?
Yeah, similar to what he said in the previous response, I'd echo everything that Will just said. It's not to a point in which employers are comfortable legally requiring it, but certainly it's strongly encouraged.
Okay. All right. We're getting several unemployment type questions, ID me, proof of finding a job and that kind of thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to answer those when we come back from the break. Remember, you can always text us your questions, 336-379-5775.